Galaxy! Space, the final frontier. A vast, infinite, mysterious void. Home to countless celestial bodies, each one born, burning bright, and then fading into nothing. A place of infinite questions, both big and small alike. As a child, it had me looking up, wondering, pondering. How does an Italian turn into a bee? Super Mario Galaxy is more than just Mario in space. It's wonder, its innocence, and its existence itself. This game is childlike wonder in its purest, most magical form, and in a couple years, it'll be approaching its 20th anniversary. Oh, whoa, no, what the f***? That can't be right. So, a bit of backstory on my connection with this game. When I was a kid in the late 2000s, I moved from the UK to Australia. It's a pretty big shift saying goodbye to everything you once knew, even at a young age. I was pretty hesitant. That is, until my parents told me they'd buy me a Wii, and I hopped on that plane so f***ing quickly. Goodbye England, enjoy the tea and the rain and the monarchy. I'll be living at large, down under, with my brand new Nintendo Wii. I didn't get Super Mario Galaxy straight away. That honor was reserved for Sonic Unleashed, but I remember that it was pretty early on in my Wii ownership that a copy of Galaxy found its way into my collection of assorted Wii titles, and what is there to say about this game that hasn't already been said? On the surface, it's simple. Colorful dude in space, running around planets. Write that down! Write that down! But going deeper, you uncover themes of rebirth, identity, loss, belonging, and the list goes on. This, at the time, I feel was a lot of kids' introductions to the idea that video games could be art, experiences. From the opening moments, you're clued into the idea that this game is something special. One of the most impactful moments of the game is shortly after it begins. After the absolute 1-2 punch of a beautiful, whimsical introduction and f***ing space terrorism, Mario finds himself on a small planetoid, alone, save for a couple Luma and this person, I guess. It's such a stark contrast and it feels almost peaceful, and yet you know you're in for something incredible. There are a gazillion videos on the gameplay and the themes of this game, so I won't go too into that, but what I want to focus on here is the feeling of wonder. The Gateway Galaxy is literally just that, a gateway to the cosmos, to the unknown, to infinite possibilities. Chasing bunnies, meeting a strange princess, and gaining the spin ability are pretty much all you need to get started. And then, launch star, bam, straight into a mission, recover a stolen Grand Star. Without thinking, you're running, jumping, and spinning your way to helping someone out. The orchestrated soundtrack is not shy, making your first foray into the unknown feel like you're a seasoned, spacefaring veteran. I don't have too many concrete memories from my first time playing this game, but man, the feeling is something that has stuck with me all these years later. And I'm willing to bet that for a lot of you, it's the same. One of this game's greatest strengths is its soundtrack. Music has such a powerful way of conveying so many things that we struggle to put into words, and exemplifying that which we can. You've got your gusty gardens, you've got your Comet observatories, you've got your space junks. The music doesn't just accompany the gameplay, it is just one part in a series of elements that make this game so much greater than the sum of its parts. Don't you remember landing on Good Egg Galaxy, hearing that bombastic intro, and feeling like you were part of something way bigger? Or exploring Space Junk Galaxy and understanding the quiet melancholy of its world? Where did the junk come from? What remains of those that left it? Are you all alone? I still listen to the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack all these years later. It's such an eclectic mix of so many different emotions. Joy, sadness, determination, grit, splendor, bees, another thing, and I reckon I can get some of you with just 2 words. The library. This game has one of the most beautiful yet tragic stories for a Mario character in that of Rosalina. For anyone that doesn't know, or anyone that button mashes through dialogue, yes you, I'm talking to you. The library is a quiet, unassuming place tucked away in the Comet Observatory that is just kinda there. There's nothing forcing you to be there. There's no power stars. It's quiet, it's warm, it's different to the rest of the game. It is nothing but a quiet, unassuming place where you can sit down and listen to a story. And it wasn't just any story, it was the story. Spoilers for a game from 2007. The story hits differently depending on where you are in your life when you read it. It's deceptively simple. The storybook tells the tale of a young girl who finds a lost star child and decides to search the cosmos with him for his mother. Over time, she becomes more and more detached from her own home and one day, after looking back on her past, remembers that she has been running away from the passing of her own mother, who is, quote-unquote, sleeping under the tree on the hill. The slow realization that this girl is Rosalina, and this is her story. Man, this hit me as a kid, and like rereading it all these years later hits even harder. This is the heart of Super Mario Galaxy. Under all the grandeur, this game is the story of someone who struggled to say goodbye. Not just in a literal sense to their mother who's snoozing, but to their youth, their innocence, their wonder. There's a line in the story where Rosalina wakes up from a dream about her late mother. Luma says, "You have starbits in your eyes." I don't know what it is about that, but it's a line that stuck with me, and I think it perfectly encapsulates this feeling. Rosalina's journey, in a metaphorical sense, reflects Mario's journey, our journey, everyone's journey. We all leave things behind. We all search for something. We all grow. Maybe in the end, that's what makes Super Mario Galaxy so special. At the end of the storybook, Rosalina promises to visit her home planet once every 100 years. It becomes a dialogue through time, a way to remember where she came from without ever truly going back. And I think Super Mario Galaxy as a whole serves that same purpose for all of us who played it when we were younger. This is kind of unrelated, but late last year I found something that I hadn't seen in over a decade. Old home videos of me as a kid. There were birthdays, there were Christmases, there were family holidays. It was an emotional night. In those videos, I saw a version of myself that was yet to move to a new country, that still believed in magic, that hadn't yet learned what it meant to say goodbye. I bring this up because this is the kid that so shortly after had his life turned upside down for a Nintendo Wii. Which, still, great choice. I stand by it. And with all the emotional development that comes from relocating, coupled with a whole life up to now's worth of memories compounding on top of that, I had almost forgotten it. Forgotten myself. But that night reminded me that the kid I used to be, the kid that used to look up and dream, was still there. And look, yeah, it might be a little cringe, but there are certain things, movies, music, games, that I find connect myself to myself. Super Mario Galaxy is one of those games. Being one of the first real examples of why I love this medium so much stuck with me for so many years, and it's taken me until now to be able to articulate that. Rosalina in the storybook never really goes home, but every 100 years, she visits, she looks back, and in some small way, she reconnects with the person that she used to be. And I think that's what's happening every time we boot up this game. It's more than that, it's more than a game. It's a bridge between then and now. I mean, look in the comments of Let's Plays, forum posts, soundtrack compilations, and you see that this genuine piece of art connects people. To each other, yeah, but also to themselves. Super Mario Galaxy doesn't just evoke feelings of wonder and innocence and nostalgia, it's a time capsule. It preserves them. It's more than just a walk down memory lane, it's a dialogue through time. Space, the final frontier, a vast, infinite, mysterious void. Proof that not everything lasts forever, that we all grow and change and move forward. But there is a story that once said that every 100 years, a comet appears in the skies. A message from the past, a reminder to look back. And when I look back, I don't know exactly what I see. Maybe a time capsule of the magic, of the wonder. It's a message from our younger selves, one that we might not have understood back then, but now, after all these years, we finally hear it. Maybe it is just a game for the Wii with f***ing B Mario and I'm in way too deep over my head. Or maybe it's something more. And if nothing else, that leaves some starbits in my eyes. But seriously, why bees?